can you summarize the April hearing again for me to connect the dot between the March 29th and now, the upcoming? I mean, was it productive at all, or was it more the same? And who was the judge? Was it Johnston again? I think it was, right?
Well, this was a different matter. This was an interesting surprise because it had to do with a TriMet.
That's right. Okay.
So I had gotten a little citation for having expired fare.
That's right.
And yep, I got the ticket and decided to go in to the court where it said to go on the ticket. And I thought I was going to be walking into an arraignment. Instead, I walked in on a bank of windows, and I walked up to one of the clerks, and she basically asked me how I wanted to plea, and I said, "Wait a minute, you're not a judge."
Yeah.
Don't I get an arraignment for this? She tried to talk me out of it, and so finally, I started asking about jurisdiction, and so she got somebody else to help her, and this supervisor or whatever she was, and set up an arraignment hearing if that's what you want. So I said, sure, we can do that. And as she was setting it up, I thought, oh, wait a minute, I better ask, who's the judge? And she said it was Johnston. And I said, oh, no, there's no way I'm going to get a fair and meaningful hearing. He yells at me and he threatens me. I can't go to a hearing with him. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, by threatening, it came if it came so close, Robbie, if you would have said the wrong word, you would have gone to jail. That's as close as it gets. I mean, you came as close as you can possibly get to jail without going to jail. That's how close that guy took it. So that's when you say threat, it's different than when most people do, because you were right there. Like twice, he was ready to toss you. Anyways, so you said you weren't going to be in there, and then what?
She didn't really know what to do, and so she said, well, you could wait until, if you want to come back at 1:30, you can come back then, and it'd be a different judge. I said, okay, I'll do that. Yeah. And I figured, I'd just go downtown and watch a movie or something. And as I'm walking out of the court, I guess as I go down a hallway, I see his courtroom. I see it says Johnston, and it's his courtroom, and there are people waiting in there, but he's not in there yet. So I decide, well, I'll just walk in there and see how he treats. So I sit down in the very back, get out a piece of notebook paper and pencil, and start taking notes. So as he comes in and starts calling up, I'm writing down, what fine amounts people are having to pay. And at one point, he mistakenly, he called me, and I said, well, I don't think I'm on the docket. And he looked down and he said, oh, that's right, it does say it's canceled. And then, so he moved on.